Once upon a time, you would go to school, graduate, get a good job at a good company, and work faithfully day after day, year after year, until you qualified for a pension and retired. Once upon a time. Today, the reality is mum and dad both work multiple jobs just to make ends meet. They trade hours for dollars with no promise of pensions or hope of saving any money. They don't even have the expectation that any of their jobs will be there for them tomorrow. Today, it isn't death they fear the most. It's not knowing how they'll afford to live out their lives, not knowing whether there'll ever be enough money to retire or even just to get out of debt. So what's the answer? For some of us, it would be to start our own business and work day and night to build a nest egg. Look around. There aren't many mom and pop shops left, let alone new ones popping up. There are franchises that cost $1 million or more to start, but if you had $1 million, you wouldn't need a franchise in the first place, now would you? Some of us invested in real estate. If you developed special skills, you could make a go of it even if you didn't have a lot of money at first. Of course, the less money you had to invest, the more time it took for it to pay off. Yes, it did work out for some people. Many others were not so fortunate. Even those who were doing well at one point didn't necessarily end up well in what they thought would be a safe haven. Ask the real estate investors who lived through the banking crisis of 2008, how that worked out for them. It's a story shared by too many of us who have spent our lives slaving away with nothing to show for it at the end. But what if you held the key to the health and financial well-being of everyone around you? How valuable would that be? What kind of demand would that create? What if what you had was as essential as the food we eat, the water we drink, and the air we breathe? What if there was nothing else like it in the whole world? It would be something no one could do without for a single day. Gold? No. This isn't about investing in gold. This isn't about investing. And it's better than gold. This is a business with unlimited earnings potential and without the typical startup costs. You don't need any special skills or expensive schooling. We'll provide all the support and mentoring you need at no cost to you. You'll be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. The only requirements are a strong work ethic, a desire to help others, and an ability to be teachable. Lawyers and physicists have walked away from lifelong careers to pursue this business. A woman with no more than a third-grade education has been successful at it. Doctors, nurses, and housewives alike are building their fortunes along with us. Over 70 millionaires have already been created, and over $500 million has been awarded in bonuses to those who have taken this proven path of success. And the beautiful part of all this is no one succeeds unless they help others succeed. Think it's too late for you? Consider Tina. She was living in a tent when she started and went on to earn one of the largest checks in the company. Phil started in his late 50s when he was on the verge of being laid off. Joe started 8 months before he would have qualified for a $60,000 annual pension, which he forfeited to do this. Eni started in her 60s and went on to earn as much as $6,000 a month and traveled the world.
Retail's pretty tough, and after 8 years, I was burned out, and I was looking for a way to replace that income. And I looked for 2 years and didn't find any answers, but during that time period, a couple walked into our shop, and they gave me the opportunity to hear about this. And I'll tell you what, it just sensed something was different. And when Larry and I took a close look at this, we realized we had found our answer. And, we got started. It was a completely different experience. We actually earned $1,500 our first month. That grew to $30,000 the first year. And it all happened because we were helping people. It's just amazing. That $60,000 grew to $75,000, then over $90,000 in all forms of income, including some amazing all-expense-paid trips to places like the Canadian Rockies, Disney World, Bermuda, Austria, Germany, the Netherlands, London. And You know, for the past 15 years, we've been enjoying a life of freedom. We've earned well over $500,000 through our business, and just enjoy where we live and enjoy traveling. And we're so grateful that we had the opportunity to hear about this.
Our lives were difficult financially. We were really struggling. We were, in fact, walking around Tesco's, which is our grocery store, looking at other people's trolleys, thinking they are so blessed to be able to put that in their trolleys. That's how tight we were getting it financially. We were on a very tight budget. We couldn't even think about going on holiday, anywhere warm. That was off our radar completely. We were thankful for the house that we had and that we were living in, even though it's very small, but we just thought that's the way our lives were going to be.
I was in a sales role or account management, and to be honest, it was a pretty dead-end job. There was no real room to improve or move up the company, and for me, I was just losing the hope really to for anything bigger. We really took a hold of the business opportunity and really ran with it, because we really could see a potential within the business, because it's a fantastic business based on amazing products. And we within the first few months of being in the business, we went to what they call the top profit level, and the fourth or fifth month, I think it was, in the business, we were placed top in Europe, which was just absolutely fantastic. In that month, we earned just shy of £4,500. That in US dollars is probably just shy of $6,500 US dollars, which is just amazing. There was a really good support system from people in America, people in the UK, and they've really helped us build and cement us in the business.
Still do?
Yeah, well, absolutely, they still do. But it's really good that now we can now help and train other people within our business, and we can see them grow. We can see them win trips to the international conference, the European conference now. We're going in September to the European conference, myself and Rachel, the kids, and a lot of people within our organisation. They're coming too with their kids, and we're all going to go to Euro Disney for a few days, and it's just absolutely fantastic. This is something that we would not have even been able to dream about 3 years ago, and now our dreams are becoming reality.
Hi, my name's Jason Gregory. My background is in business development in IT, and I have been with this company now for over 10 years. How I got involved with the company was I was in a position where I needed a change. I was working in the corporate world. I could leave my house in the morning, my daughter's sleeping, I could come back at night after a management meeting and she was sleeping. So I was always the type of person to look outside of my job to develop an income. So when I got introduced to this company, I saw the potential of how I could work from home and be around my family and change my lifestyle. So that's exactly what I did 10 years ago. And being in the home-based business has really changed my life. This is now what I do full time. This company has paid us an ever-increasing income, sending us away on international travel as well as national travel, and it's just getting better and better. This is the best professional decision that I've ever made. And so from my perspective, working from home, being around my family, far outweighs what it means to work for a company in the corporate world. And my best month to date for all forms of income in this company has been just under £10,000. And that residual income that I'm building is willable to my children. So I will always do what I do. I get a lot of satisfaction doing what I do, in helping people develop, helping them move from point A to point B, knowing that I had a part to play in that process. And I get much more fulfillment doing this than I ever got in IT. So I will always do this business. Take care. Bye.
25 years ago, I had a career as a video engineer. I'd worked at a major market television station and in theaters. It was a fantastic job as far as income, but it stole my life. I had to work nights, weekends, and holidays. When I got married to Carol, she was trained as a dental hygienist. She worked during the day, during the week. She was off on weekends and off on holidays. I worked weekends and holidays. So I'd get home at night, Carol would be asleep. I'd get up in the morning, Carol would be at work. She'd get home at night, I'd be at work. How are we going to make a change? I have no college, no sales, no business background. We simply went to work with our friend. And within the first month, we made $1,500. Our second month, we made over $6,500. And I was able to call my union and take a voluntary layoff. Kept doing that for 7 months. Each month, we made enough money to pay our bills. After 7 months, I had to make a decision because I needed to work 2 more months out of that year and 6 months out of the next year. And I would have been vested in a pension that was going to pay me $5,000 a month for the rest of my life. It's pretty hard to give that up. I flinched. I went back to work for 3 weeks. I just couldn't do it though. After 3 weeks, I called my union and said, I'm done. And it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Our best year so far has been over $1.2 million. And remember, I have no college, no sales, and no business background.
Amazing. I remember in the beginning when we were learning this business, the person teaching us said, if you build this, we're going to travel the world together. I got excited for about 60 seconds and then I thought, well, you know, that happens for other people. I would be thrilled. I would be so thrilled if I was just out of that cubicle that I was stuck in for 8 hours a day. But within 16 months, we were on an all-expense-paid trip to Maui, Hawaii at the Four Seasons Resort. And in 25 years, we've been to great places like Monte Carlo, Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, Hawaii, Caribbean cruises. We've explored all over Europe and have great friends. But I guess the neatest thing, too, is we get a chance to pass that forward to other people. I can just say that, you know what, to be together, to have that freedom, and to have real purpose. Nobody ever called me back in tears thanking me as a dental hygienist, but they do it all the time because of the great impact, the tremendous positive impact this makes in people's lives. And that's why we love doing this, and we'll be doing it for life.